Hey, you already know what it is. You know what we about.
005.
005. We made it. Come on. Ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no. Nobody gonna help me out with that?
Nah,
not today.
Nobody's gonna help me out with that.
We recording?
Yeah, we recording, man.
Right, cool.
We should be. Listen, check this out. We should be celebrating till we at least get to 5. Like we've been having problems with 5. Let's celebrate that. Come on. Ain't no
5 is like we gotta get over this hump right here.
We gotta get over this hump. We gotta
get over this hump.
We got to. We have to, man. How you been? How you feeling? What's happening? What's happening to the left of me? Georgie, aka your favorite tomboy. How you feeling?
I'm cooling. How am I cool?
I feel like you got an attitude today. What's up, my brother? How you feeling?
I'm great.
Ricky Hustle Hard to the right of me. And I got my man Petey Shotcha. You already know. Behind the cameras doing what he do. And you know how we have cooking going on in here. You know we have dinners and this is kitchen talk, but it's not a cooking show, but we do have cooking going on. Shout out to the lovely Espanola.
Espanola.
Yes. Nobody's clapping.
Clap it up.
Nobody's clapping again. Listen, like, check this out. I'm feeling that you feeling a lot of energy from you. What's
what kind
wrong?
Of energy?
I don't know, but are you in entanglement?
Why you tapping your feet, Danny?
Yeah. Are you in an entanglement?
No, I'm not.
Have you ever been in entanglement?
Yes.
Whoa. You've been in an entanglement before?
Yes.
How?
I got caught up in a situation.
So you was dating 2 dudes at the same time?
No.
What happened?
I was dating a dude and it was an entanglement.
Okay, explain. I need details because the people out here in TV land, they want details.
No, you want details. I was dealing with somebody.
Okay, I'm listening.
And we were cool. We were kicking it, and then it became kind of, I won't say toxic, but
right.
It was a situation. It was kind of all tied up.
Tied up with what?
With feelings and attachments.
But did he have another person, or you had another person?
I don't know.
That's not an entanglement. Like, that's not an entanglement, man. An entanglement is when one or more people are in.
I mean, he was dealing with a bunch. He was dealing with chicks that I found out about later. Like,
no, that's not an entanglement. That's not an entanglement. That's you was dealing with a dude and you wasn't understanding what was happening. An entanglement is
tell me what entanglement is.
If you plus another person plus a few other people in the bed together.
That is not an entanglement. What are you talking
Not literally in the bed.
No, in the bed. No.
That
Like
is
not an entanglement.
You plus a couple females.
First of all,
it's an entanglement.
An entanglement is a spiritual thing.
Something like that.
That's an entanglement.
Entanglement is a spiritual thing. It's like soul ties. Like it's
what the
how? Why do you think she used the term entanglement?
I never heard that word in my life.
I have.
I've never used that word in a sentence.
I have.
Okay. Let me hear you use the word entanglement in a sentence.
I was in an entanglement. That's simple.
We're going to tape her mouth on this episode. For real. We'll get her out of here. For real. Listen. No, I'm being serious, though.
Because you get caught. An entanglement is when you get, like, when you deal with people and you're, all right, if you're highly sensitive, an empath, if you are highly intuitive, I might be using words that you don't know, and it's okay. But.
You, Rick?
She ain't talking about me.
But when you are dealing with people,
got my GED. She ain't talking about me.
You take on their energy. You take on their past, their situations, their sexual experiences. All of this stuff becomes intertwined with your shit. That's what an entanglement is.
I don't know.
And then it can become.
I think you freestyling.
Really? An entanglement is if you dealing with a dude and he got another girl.
That's what it is.
Yeah, right.
You catch feelings.
You catch feelings.
No,
That's what an entanglement
is. That's not.
But
I just posted. Can I read something? Because I just posted something about what an entanglement is from my book.
A poem?
No.
Okay.
How long is it?
Yeah.
As I engage my energies with others, I also engage with their past cords of energy of unhealed relationships. When we connect with others in relationships, be it for love, business, or friendship, more is involved than the energy of the present moment. We soon learn quickly that we become ensnared in all of their unfinished businesses, emotional hurts, and the cords of the past they have not released in their own self-work. It is hard enough to navigate energetically your own energy in relationships, add in all their past baggage, and soon the emotional path forward seems so much more of a challenge. And what does that say on the top?
Entanglement.
So have you ever been in an entanglement?
Whoa, let's give a round of applause for Sister Soldier. I like that. That was really good. That was really well. You wrote that?
No, it's in a book.
Oh, in a book. I thought you said in your book that you was writing.
A book.
Okay. So with that being said, I guess I have. I guess I've been
business and all other things.
Yeah, I guess I've been entangled all this time. I keep getting entangled. Mm-hmm. I'm entangled right now, I guess, if that's the case, if that's what that is, because every time we meet somebody, then we pulling it into the whole thing. But let me say this though. What's more important to me is that how Will and Jada fooled everybody.
How did they fool everybody?
They fooled everybody. Everybody took the bait.
We never knew they was even in the separation point.
There you go, misdirection.
You didn't know that they were. I did.
Oh.
They've said it in interview. Y'all don't watch Red Table Talk. That's why.
Can I make a point?
Go ahead.
Let me make a point though. When it came to that situation right there, when we talked about Will and Jada, and when Jada was talking, I feel like they established something from the door. And the first thing they established was we wasn't together, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, I was done with your ass, right? And yeah, we was on.
That was kind of like rehearsed,
right? Like that was they established that from the door. You know why I feel like they established that from the door? Because I feel like more people relate to being on a break or hiatus with their partners than saying, we live this different type of lifestyle where she's free to do her, I'm free to do me. That's like
that'd have been a longer conversation.
That would have been like everybody. Well, this is America. This is America. How could you do this? Right. So you mean to tell me it's cool for another man to penetrate your wife, Willie? Is it cool for that to happen? So instead of acknowledging that, right, they came up with the lesser both evils, right? The lesser two evils. They said, listen, we're gonna acknowledge it, but we're gonna say that we was not together because more people relate to that. Now you gotta listen, you gotta go back to what August said, right? He said when they went from being
not to cut you off, he wasn't supposed to say nothing.
Right, of course. He wasn't supposed to say nothing. Right?
Supposed to hold that down, took that to the grave.
Yeah, you always take that to the grave. I would have took a firing squad, death penalty, the needle, every electric chair before I would have told on that. Okay? I would have, what, Jada? Man.
He's also a healing person.
No, I don't want to hear the healing. That's
slow down.
Do you understand who?
I'm just telling you.
Which Jada you think he had? Which Jada do you think it was?
It had to be like a poetic justice.
Poetic justice.
No, not
Jada.
Poetic justice.
No.
I'm sorry.
Jason's lyric.
Jason
lyric. Just a menace to society.
Yeah, she had a nigga ready to pack up and leave the hood.
Listen. So what I'm saying is, they took and chose the lesser of two evils. If they acknowledged that they were on a hiatus, if they acknowledged that they were on a break, and Jada did something while they were on that break, that's an easier conversation than saying we live this lifestyle. Because when August, as in Will's terminology, when Og made Og, we call him by his nickname, like Og.
Gave him a pet name.
Yeah, when he said something, he said, listen to what he said. He said they moved from being a married couple to this life partnership. And I sat down with Will, and he gave me his blessings. I believe that. Now listen, even though I believe it, I don't have a problem with it. I think it's pretty awesome. You understand? But I think that it was misdirection. Everybody took the bait, and everybody like, oh, Will is a sucker. This and that. No, he ain't no sucker.
Just sit back and wait for his story.
You think he didn't know this? This been happening.
Yeah, so imagine
he heard what was going on. He laid back. He was like, yo, let me tell you what happened. No, let me tell you what happened. He came over there, Og. Right? He was introduced to the family through the son, and then they took a liking to him. Like, this is a cool guy, man. He needs some help. He got some issues and stuff like that. And then one day, Will said, Jada, what you think about him? And she said, Will, he's all right. You think we could bring him in? Yeah, we could probably bring him in. And she sat August down and said, listen, August, we have a different type of relationship. We not these typical married couples out here. I have certain type of level of respect for Will. He has a certain type of level of respect for me, right? So what we gonna do is this. Every now and then, maybe 2 or 3 times a week, I'm gonna need you to come jump on me.
Come jump on.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to come.
Bring that young energy.
Yes, and I'm talking about young
Definitely
energy,
want a young
right?
energy.
And she said, nigga, if I want an old dick, I'll go down the hall and fuck with Will. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay? So he agreed. And then she said, talk to Will. He's going to come talk to you. And it's all good. Because he was like, what about Will? I don't understand. Like, what about Will? And Will came down the hall and said, yo, what's up, Og? What's up, Og? You all right? Yo, listen, Og, check it, man. It's all good, man. We like you. The kids like you. The wife loves you. Listen, this is what it is, man. We have a different type of understanding. It's all love. I'm going to need you to go in there 2 or 3 times a week and do what you do. He said, yo, really? He said, look, it'll only become a problem if I got to fuck her. That's the only way it'll become a problem. If I got to come down the hall and fuck Jada, then me and you got an issue. You signing up for a job. Do your job, brother. You got my blessings. And that's how that happened.
What did that job entail?
You came up with all of that?
Did I come up with all? That's a fact that happened.
That's a fact.
That's just
You
what
was
happened.
in the house.
You was there.
You was there.
It's not that I was there, but you could
was there?
tell. Like sometimes you could just put the story with it.
You watched the whole Red Table Talk. Regardless, you get different types of interpretations of things. What I got from it is, number one, this was 4 years ago, right?
4 years ago?
Yeah, it was 4 years ago.
You think Will didn't know?
Will did know. He
knew what was happening.
They moved past it, and here come August. 4 years later, he about to put out something. He asked a question. He said whatever he had to say. Now Will has to address this, and he's pissed off that he
Didn't
has
have
to address
to.
this. He got embarrassed in the situation. They had to do something. And then they're saying that people were putting out things on their behalf that they weren't saying. So at the end of the day, now it's like, Jada, you gotta come to the Red Table, whatever. We gonna talk about this. Now, when she first started, yeah, she's being transparent, but she's not. They mind their words very, very
So you don't think that Will knew when it was happening, when it was going on?
Yeah, he knew what was happening. They're
Okay.
open and honest with each other.
This is
but
what
he's
I'm-
addressing it now. Like, what you getting from that? Like, people are saying, "Oh, Will is hurt," all this stuff. Nah, Will pissed.
He pissed
That
at what?
that he has to address.
Right, he not pissed at his wife is fucking, though. He more pissed that he got to talk about it.
This is private shit.
Preach.
This is private shit,
That's
and
right.
now I gotta
There you
talk
go.
about it.
There you go.
publicly.
Come on, that's right. So do you agree? This is the first time ever that me and her ever agreed.
Yeah.
So do you believe, right, in your heart of hearts that Jada was on one end riding this nigga face while he was on, and Will was on the other end of his other
Doing
hall,
whatever he
right?
had to do.
And he chilling, and then he came out in the morning and said, "Damn, Jada, boy, that boy didn't fuck the shit out you in the morning. I heard you all the way there. You was more, you don't believe?
I believe that conversation, but I don't believe he heard her, though.
You don't think he heard no?
Nah, I seen a picture of their crib. That shit bigger than Marcy Project. So if he heard him on the other wing,
You know,
She
and
might
then they
just
call
scratch
her
What if she
predator.
came out limping the next day? And she said, "Well, woo, this little boy didn't put it on me last night."
But she says in the interview, like, she wanted to feel good. Like, they're calling her a predator and all this stuff. This is shit that go on. I don't think she was a predator.
How
at
is she
all.
a
Grown-ass
predator?
man.
That's a
I don't
grown
think, I
man.
don't think
He
she
was wasn't
a
ready
predator
for that.
at all.
That's the
He
only thing,
wasn't
yeah.
ready for it. He's hurt now. Don't get me wrong.
was sleeping on that old
She
thing.
dealing with her shit because Jada got her shit that she
That
talks
cougar
about all the
pussy on
time. He
Listen.
dealing with his shit. She feel like she can help him.
Then she nursed him back to health and then fucked the shit out of him. That was crazy.
She was a little
So
more
when he came to us, he
mature
was
than
sick. He was like a stray dog. He was hit by a car. When he came to us, he was sick.
She gave him
They
milk.
nursed him up.
She
Gave him some milk.
Listen to this though.
Damn.
And it's like, now we got to address this 4 years later when we done moved past it. It was a private situation that
But
became
I don't
public,
think
and now
it
I got to
ever was a
address it.
situation between them. Like it never was a stumbling block between them.
No.
They always was. It was
They
understood.
go through whatever.
He-
I think they go through whatever they go through, and they vow to work through it. You get what I'm saying?
She
Like,
said
I feel
that.
like every time he said it,
She
like
said that. It
I
don't
was-
matter if he
they
don't-
was separated indefinitely. He said we didn't even think we was gonna come back from it, but we did. And what
Yeah.
I believe is they keep doing this push and pull. We leave each other, we come back. We leave each other, we come back. So now that we know that we can't leave each other, what we gonna do? How we gonna work through this? Because I already said I vow to love you regardless.
She said it don't matter if he on one side of the house with somebody. I'm on the other side of the house with somebody. We
Right.
stand under the same roof.
Yep.
There you go. So there we go.
Yep.
Because so when they say what they were separated, they were still living in the same house.
They still live in the
and
same
everything that
house.
was happening in that house. So, but
That's
listen,
like 3 houses in one, so it's good.
right. So my thing is, I'm cool with it. Like I don't have an issue with that. Like now, it's all good.
August is handsome, and he was young.
What? See, that's my issue with
That's
you.
why she
though.
defended him.
What, he
I
handsome?
feel like
He
no,
did
the
some
fact
lame
that-
shit.
Yeah, he did some lame shit.
I
Like he should have
mean,
never told.
But
See,
the
that's what
reason
happened.
Why he did. I get
He got
what
he
you're
got
saying.
he.
I
She
get
was
what
putting
you're
that
saying.
pussy on him, and he was
Caught
getting
feelings.
feelings. And then he
Yeah,
started
he fell
bugging
in
out. He was
love.
coming to the crib with no shirts on, and mismatched shoes, and she was like, "Whoa," crying in the rain, like all to standing
Crying in the
still,
rain?
not eating. And she's like, "August, babe, Aug, what's wrong? I can't take it. I can't take it." And she went to Will and said, "Well, this boy is really losing it." She said, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah, we want to fall back from Aug, man. Like we gotta give him a break." And then they had to send him home.
They don't speak. He don't speak. for
Right,
us.
of course.
But him, when his little snippet, because the majority of his interview, that was just a small snippet of his interview. But even within that, he said, you know, like he loved her,
Right?
right? It was a deep situation. You know what I mean? He said
him.
It was to him. It was a deep situation to him. But
It's another day in our neighborhood for her.
right.
It was another day in the neighborhood. But let me say this to you.
Mm-hmm.
Never, ever tell. Don't ever tell. I don't have no sympathy for him telling.
He said he told because
I don't care.
It was
Ain't
getting
no
away.
cause.
He was losing money. He was losing friends.
I don't buy
Ain't no
how.
cause.
How you losing money? How? I
Because
don't
they
get it.
thought he was a home wrecker.
Nobody
And-
thought.
and she
No,
How
thought
they,
it
how they ever
yeah.
found out?
But people who did know,
Nobody knew. He was
No
throwing-
promoters knew that.
No, he was throwing little shit out there.
No promoters
He put
was
a little
booking him.
something.
he's
Yeah.
an artist. People throw shit out there all the
Right,
time.
so that's what I'm saying. Like, listen, I'm never telling. You know why I'm never telling? Right? Now, I done been in situations with other people, women. You think I would tell? Never. I would take a firing squad, okay, before I told.
You ever been August?
I've never been August because I would never tell.
I don't mean that. I mean, like, have you ever been
Under
in
one
a-
roof?
Like, or yeah,
Was I entangled under one roof?
Yeah.
I was never entangled under one roof, but I've been in entanglements, I guess, if you want to look at it like that. But guess what? I would have never told. You know why? Because for one, right? I may me being a 10-piece, right? I may personally be on somebody's list.
Mm-hmm.
I may be on somebody's list. It may be somebody out there on a famous side saying, "Damn, you know what, man? It was all right. He a real dude. Like, you know what? He could get it. Right place, right time. It could happen." But the minute they see me on the Breakfast Club talking to Angela Yee, talking about, "Yeah, I done did this, and that," they gonna say, "Well, you know what? He just talked his way out of this pussy. I was gonna try him."
Yep.
You gonna mess up the list, bruh.
but do you think he really messed up the list by saying something that
He's
he
chatty.
Not
He
the.
could be chatty, but he looking like the man.
looking-
No, he
weak.
not.
No,
Not
he's
to,
not.
not to serious women. Not to
To
women
you?
that got something to lose and might want to give him some pussy.
He might looking like that to
To
Danny.
you, maybe you like, yeah, I knock him down. You, but the other married,
Who got
the
people
other,
got
yeah,
shit
the
to
other
lose?
married, the other married girl the other married woman that's looking for male attention every now and then. The other rich married woman that's married to this guy. That guy was like, damn, he could get it. But now they're like, oh, you know what? He
might fall in
talked too
love.
much. He gonna fall in love, and then next thing you know, I'm gonna be on the blogs because this nigga gonna run his mouth. That's the problem.
Yep. Don't never want to come up chatty.
Yeah, never go
Chatty
full.
Pat.
Yeah, never go full chatty, man.
Never go full retard. Never go full.
Never
chatty.
go full chatty,
Never
man.
go full chatty.
If you gonna drop a little shit in songs and all that, keep it
Make
shrouded.
it funny, make it witty,
Yeah,
keep it moving.
you know, keep it. Yeah,
Now
never
listen, but Jada, you don't gotta worry about me. I ain't gonna say nothing.
That's a fact. But ain't nobody gonna get that spot now.
Nope.
He done messed it up for everybody.
Messed it up, man. I feel like I had a chance.
You felt like you had a chance,
Yeah.
really, in your
Rick,
heart.
Rick, why you feel like you had a chance? Now let me understand this. Your whole top is fucking.
Look at
This
Will.
whole
What you
top-
talking about?
But this whole she don't want Will
I'm just saying.
every other like Will probably lay down with Jada 4 times a year.
All right, so
Because-
the other.
But you gotta understand, Will is a Libra. He probably he has mad energy.
I feel
did a
that
J.
Will had his own little.
Yeah, of course he does. You don't gotta feel.
No.
Right? That's a
That's what
fact.
I'm saying. People feeling sorry.
They
for
keep
him.
worrying about Will.
is
Will out
smart.
here, man.
Will is smart.
That was misdirection. They cool. It's been
You know what it is? People don't understand how this is the first time that a woman is caught out there.
She wasn't
doing
caught,
some-
though.
Well,
Yeah,
wait,
like-
I'm saying
They
was found
already
out.
It was
Found out.
sanctioned.
A woman was found out. A married woman found out whether they were separated or not. She had some type of dealings with somebody, and her husband is supporting her behind it. It's usually the other way around. Now you got a man out here who is of high stature, who's supporting his wife through a entanglement. situation.
The only
see
thing, you're right. But the only
shout
thing
out to
was,
the Smiths, man.
Shout out to them,
I
man.
love their
I love their relationship. They really relationship goals, because guess what? They already had this understanding already. The only thing they was mad about is that they had to put out there. They had to actually speak about it. But guess what?
Mm-hmm.
They put the story together. They said, listen, we're gonna have to say something. How we gonna say it?
Yep.
You know what? Let's say that we wasn't together, like we was on this big separation. Because guess what? When they spoke, that's the first thing they established, and they kept saying it.
And they still kept it business because where they did it at? On the red table.
Yep.
That's
Where
right.
that shit go?
On a
Very
platform.
smart.
On their platform.
Everything gotta go on their platform. But it is what it is. And look, man, never tell. You never know who list you gonna be on, right? Don't like if you out
Women
there.
don't like chatty patties.
Say what?
Women don't like chatty.
Women don't like niggas that be running their mouth. Like if
You felt the Chatty Patty handsome, that's what you said, right?
yeah, you was still.
He's handsome. What the
So,
heck?
but-
That's gonna stop him from being. It's
It
not like
should.
He's out here like, yeah, there's niggas out here. Y'all
He
know.
should've turned into a
There's
monster
dudes-
as soon as he
there's
said
dudes
that.
out here who be quick to go to their friends and be like, yo, look, I'm a.
That's
I'm
your
a that,
friends.
I
That's
don't
your
care. You
friends,
still a
though.
chatty patty,
No,
Damn,
no,
man.
Still a
no.
chatty
You
for-
think Rick don't
Nah.
know all my business?
All right,
That's
but
not
either
chatty.
there's
That's
no
not
sense.
chatty,
Y'all
though.
Y'all never came around niggas and they not your friends. They might be your mans in them and they come and they talking about, well, nah, I had that, da, 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 da. Y'all having conversations.
But that's
y'all still
amongst.
chatty patty.
That's
but
not.
but it still
not,
will get back to
no,
sis.
no.
Only if the nigga run back and tell.
It's
That's
on-
Yeah, because
that's
a
a
lot-
different
niggas who
situation.
chat.
So that's not because he chatted, because you was a whole nigga and went back and told it.
That's right. That's
Dudes who
different.
chat. And usually be the niggas who be talking the most that be talking the most.
Nah, because
So, but you don't got a problem with him talking though,
nope.
because you trying to equate what he did
No,
with
I'm
niggas
not
talking in the
I'm
hood
just
amongst
saying.
each other.
Niggas do worse than
Niggas in the
Nah.
barbershop
Then-
talking amongst
then
each other.
insinuate that they were in a relationship. He didn't say, yeah, fuck the innocent. Like he told you how deeply he felt for her.
He
That's
said
worse.
It, listen,
He was in love.
and then,
That's
no,
worse.
No, and here go another thing. What you're not looking at, the fact that he did it at the opportune time. He did it at the time when he knew that it was the cycle of his album. He did it perfectly. This
Great
is media,
marketing.
right? So come on, like all the shit about him being
So
hurt.
how hurt was
Like,
he?
shout out to
Come
you.
on,
That was, and I didn't even know that was
Shout
4
out to you
years
and
ago.
your Will
Get
Smith
outta here.
video. I liked it.
Huh?
That was great marketing.
What?
Your video.
I didn't plan it that way though.
But it worked out well. That was great
Oh.
marketing. Was that not great marketing?
Shout out to me.
Soon
Yeah.
as this situation happened, boom.
I Am Legend video.
I am. Yeah, shout out to me and the team for dropping that Phases video.
Yeah.
Shout out
It was
to
a dope
Lil
video.
Ravelli. Shout out to Koskiat.
Shout out to the
J1 Music. We put that together. I was really, really.
Great marketing.
But it wasn't
Right
great
time.
marketing.
It was perfect
like,
timing. Look at
I
God.
guess, but I didn't plan that though. He planned that.
Yeah, he planned that.
He planned to do that. See that the industry that's media training. That's understanding that you season the moment. You taking something that happened in your personal life and you season the moment because you know that you're gonna go viral. He
He
knew
was
that.
asked that.
He
too.
no, but he was asked that because he was already dropping little hints. He was come on. He know
She didn't pull that question out the air. There had to be something to make her ask it.
Yeah, come on, man. See, you know what it is though, Georgie? I think you want him.
You want him, Danny?
He look good.
Whoa.
After all this, you still want him. That's crazy.
You don't mind. You
Nah,
know,
he's healing.
He's
Let
healing.
that
Oh,
man be
man.
him.
I,
He
like,
look good though. I mean, August is
Speaking
a
of
handsome man.
speaking of albums, Recipe Pop Smoke, he got a dope
Yes.
album.
Rest in peace,
Rest in
Pop
peace, Pop.
Smoke, man. And
His
and
album is dope.
his album is super dope. And for me, personally, I'm angry and happy at the same time. I'm happy to hear how dope he was as an artist, right? But I'm also angry to at the realization that he's like really dead.
Yeah.
Like I have a problem with that.
At
I have
20 years old.
20 years old. This kid is dead. This kid is who has all this potential. This sound that he came with, which kind of changed things a little bit in hip hop, and it's just unfortunate. And I tell these young niggas, man, the opportunity is greater than the problem. It's nowhere in the world this kid should be dead at 20 years old after, getting out of his mother's house, graduating high school, and getting a chance to be in the music business and then dying. See, music was always supposed to be a way out, right? So if you was really in the street and you was really active, then we looked at music as a way out of what we was doing. So if we out here doing all this shit involving ourselves in things that either is going to get us 1,000,000 years in prison or get us killed, right? Every day we putting our lives on the line to get money, to take care of our families, to do whatever we felt like we had to do. But then when music came, it was like a relief because now we had something else to put our energy towards, right? Now we had something to look forward to. We had something to strive for because it provided a lifestyle, that was different than from in the hood. And it's just so ironic that, I see young niggas getting the opportunity to be artists and then they dying or going to prison. Like that narrative to me is really sad. It's really sad. It's unbelievable, and I be out there not trying to preach all this other shit because I get it. You know what I mean? I was a young nigga, so I understand their pain. I understand what they go through because I was in that same place. I was growing up not feeling like I ever was gonna be nothing, right? Not ever feeling like, my life was ever gonna turn into something. So I get it. And then we coming from a place where we got all this energy for each other. We have all this aggression for each other because we don't have no value in ourselves. We don't when we look in the mirror, we don't see no value in ourselves. So Pop Smoke situation is really disappointing for me, because I got a chance to meet him, I got a chance to work with him, and it was I love this energy, and I actually went to his funeral. I wanted to pay my respects, and it was just unbelievable, man, unbelievable. And I see it all the time though, right? So I see it. It's a lot of young niggas that's coming from the city, that's lighting up, that's getting lit or whatever.
No guidance. There's no guidance anymore.
Right.
There's nobody telling you like, nah.
Yeah,
you gotta do this and you gotta do that.
So-called big homies need to step up, man. Give the game
like,
proper. Give the game the right way.
Like nobody care anymore. These young these young dudes is lost.
If you following a dude that's supposed to be a big homie, and he's never accomplished nothing in his life, he's never been more than an inmate, back and forth. He's never tasted life. He's never seen things. Then you essentially are a reflection of him, right? So if you following a nigga that's angry all the time and only wants you to drill, then what? That's the only thing you gonna do, right? If you follow behind niggas that's optimistic about life and seeing things for what they really are, then you're gonna be optimistic about life and you want to taste life. Because see, guess what? I feel like when I was growing up, I never cared about living until I had an opportunity to live. And that's real. Like I never cared about life because it just felt like we all just gonna exist the same way. I never saw myself being anything. I never thought I would be or would amount to anything. That's why I wake up every day. I'm happy. I can't believe it. So what I try to convey to some of my young niggas is that, look, my nigga, you got your whole life. You got like you in pocket right now. Nigga, you a king. Like nigga, you special. Nigga, like let's go get it. Like you don't want to live and fuck all these bad bitches and fly around and enjoy life and have fun and like come on, like what's up? The opportunity is greater than the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you want to risk all of that to do nothing? You would risk all of that just to get locked up and you not even see your family, you not enjoy this, you not doing any of that?
It's because they don't have the right information and a lot of it is not being told to them. See, I like to be realistic with it. Mm-hmm. I know that there's certain issues that's just gonna be forever. I have issues and I don't get along with certain people and in life we'll never be on the same page ever, right? But we can coexist in the world together. Like we don't have to be cool. We don't have to be friends. We don't have to speak, but we can coexist. You can do what you're doing wherever you at, and I can do what I'm doing wherever I'm at, and we can, that'll just be that. So that's what I look for, when I try to talk to some of these niggas. It's like, man, like, is it that serious?
Even speaking of that, like, not to go somewhere else, but like, I did see your interview you did recently with Flip, and you was
Flip?
and you was saying like the same thing about how, you know what I mean, you had run-ins with people or
Right.
whatever. And then I had got wind, got back to me, but I had seen something on the news where somebody, you know what I mean, murdered two people on the, you know what I mean, stoop, and I heard that
Allegedly.
Right.
allegedly, and allegedly I was asked, like, is this a dude that cut Maino's face?
Oh.
You know what I mean? And I was
Right,
just like,
right.
I don't know nothing, I don't know, like. So,
Right.
Not to bring it up, but I know you addressed it before, so I wanted
Right.
to.
Right. Oh, yeah. So what that was, I was in prison and I was falling out with a lot of other young niggas, and it was just a different time. And
Really?
yeah, it was a different time, and I was having run-ins with other young killers and other young, get money niggas, and it was just a different era. And this particular guy, we were cool, we were friends. We fell out. Some stuff happened. I cut him, he cut me back. And that was basically the gist of that. We saw each other years later. We had agreed to leave it where it was at. You understand that? It was, I shed your blood, you shed my blood. We agreed to leave that for what it is. I don't want to touch on whatever the current situation is, because I really don't know. You know what I mean? And we ain't even going about to get into nobody's case or speculate on none of that. But yeah, that, so whoever they saying was, doing that is the same dude that cut me. I cut him first. And but that was a time when that was going on. The Faux Billing, Kasaki, Elmira, Comstock, and I had those type of run-ins with a lot of with a couple of people. That was young steppers at that time. So that's what it is. But it's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, shootings is up right now in the city, and
It's crazy.
it's the climate is it is what it is, man. And then what
During a pandemic, because COVID is still out here.
yeah.
COVID is still out here.
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter is happening, and we killing each other.
But you know what though? You gotta understand, like, see that narrative about us killing each other it goes deeper. It's a deeper conversation, right? Like when I was locked up, I read a book called Chains and Images of Psychological Slavery. And it talked about how the habits that we have, the way we look at life, some of the things that we go through, all find its roots in our slave experience, right? So now when you take a people, strip them of their culture, their religion, their name, everything, their pride, everything, you beat the man, you rape the woman, you sell a child, you torture, maim, lynch,
Rape.
everything, right? When you do that and then you breed these people that way, right? For 400 years, what do you think you produce? You produce people that have no pride, have no dignity, have no religion, have no culture, have no history, have no understanding. How can they feel valuable about themselves when they've been told over and over again that they weren't shit, that they were the dirt off the white man's boot? So once you free these slaves, free to go where? Free to do what? Have no money, have no land, economically you fucked up, socially you fucked up, spiritually, emotionally, everything you fucked up. And guess what they do? So now the 13th Amendment allowed them to, you hanging out on this corner too long. Vagrancy, we're gonna lock you up. Lock you up and do what? Sentence you to 90 days, 6 months or whatever, back in the cotton field. So now it's a hopeless state of mind, which produces hopeless offspring. So now you get two people that's hopeless. The man is hopeless. He's weak. He can't even look a white man in his eyes. Has no pride. Has no dignity. Been torn down emotionally, spiritually, and he's produces his child. And when you produce that child picks up the same thing from his father and his mother, the fear and all that, and the hopelessness. And guess what? The devalue, no value. You looking in the mirror feeling like I ain't shit. Like my father ain't shit. His father ain't shit. Nobody gonna be shit. So this is generations that have been passed down. And then when you put it and you leave us in these ghettos where I don't feel shit about myself, so I can't feel shit about you. I can't feel shit about you. I don't even love myself. I don't see value in myself, so I can't see value in you. So fucking right, I'm gonna blow your fucking head off. This is black on black crime. That's black on black crime right there. That black on black crime been constructed. It's been inherited. It's been made.
And then they implicate things into the inner cities to get you to fight over.
We already hopeless.
They put just enough for y'all to fight over.
Are we really hopeless?
We're not.
We're not hopeless, but I'm saying it's a hopeless mind state.
How do we fix that?
It's a hopeless mind state. So in order first, before we fix it, we got to first identify the issue. What I'm trying to do is identify. It's not just black on black crime. It's this is a generational issue. This is just as much as systemic racism. It's systemic fucking black on black fucking crime, because first of all races kill each other.
Yeah.
All races. And in all races, you have an underworld of criminality, right? And Japanese got the Yakuza, the Italians got the mob, and Russians got the mob and all that. And inside those underworlds, they kill each other. So when you think about the Italian mob, who else they was killing? They was mostly killing other Italian mob figures. So that's always going to happen. But in our case, we don't even see value in ourselves, and that's rooted in slavery. And so that makes me think about, what's that dude, the actor dude, the big cock diesel dude that was like fondling himself in the movie when he was looking at Tupac. The big dude, he was like, oh, Tupac. Terry Crews, the big
Terry
diesel
Crews.
dude.
He
right.
also got fondled by that white man.
Yes.
He let that white man grab his ass or something.
Yeah, no, the white man grabbed his balls.
Something.
No, the white man grabbed his balls.
And then he walked out the room.
And he didn't break that white man's jaw.
Nope, he let the man walk out the room.
Whoa.
In front of his wife.
No, come
His
on,
wife was
Rick.
there. His wife was there.
Rick, he didn't do that, Rick.
His wife was in the room and he got fondled.
No, he did not do that, Rick.
I'm telling you.
Rick, don't put that out there.
His wife was in the room.
Really?
He palmed his shit in front of his wife and he let it slide.
I can't.
He sued him though.
That's worse.
That's worse. He didn't even. As a man, you gotta stand for something. But the reason why I'm talking about him is because I seen that he's in the media lately talking about he don't want Black Lives Matter to turn into Black Lives Better, and I'm like, what, nigga? Shut the fuck up, nigga. Like, we've been told, we've been systematically.
When you say he don't want it to be like
black supremacy.
Yeah, let's get our 400 years back.
Yeah, let us get our get back.
Yeah, let's get our get back.
I understood what he was saying.
I bet you did.
Of course I did.
What you mean?
Always look at
From a woman point of view, go ahead.
I don't feel like he was undermining Black Lives Matter.
He
I
was.
think that he was basically saying, let's stay on track and let's stay. Like, I'm not trying to go from Black Lives Matter to Black Lives Are Better, and then we create another cycle of like.
Why
the
not
back and
though?
forth, the hate against hate. Like, that's
But let's
what
get-
I basically.
why not?
That's what I basically got.
Nah,
But why
nah.
not? Because
Why-
I want my
what
hit
are we
back.
trying to do?
I want my hit back.
You want your hit back?
They got their 400. Let me get that 400.
Why do people want to fight hate with love and all that? Like, why?
Because
Like,
love wins.
no, we've been murdered, killed, tortured, raped, everything, man. This
So we
country.
just gonna
And they've been
continue
winning off of
to
that.
do the
Listen,
same shit?
we built this country. This country was built on the sweat and the
Blood.
pain and the blood of black people. That is a fact. You can't find an invention that black people that didn't have their hands in.
Right.
Okay, we help provide the economy We built this economy, and guess what? We are the least in position, right?
It was built by us, not for us.
Okay, so and then 400 years of lynching. There's a book called 100 Years of Lynching. You should read that, and you maybe think about fighting hate with love, because while we sitting here praying and hoping and wishing and loving our enemy and all that, like we getting murdered and killed, and it's been unjust. Now, what I'm saying is this: whatever, I'm not saying he ain't got a right to say what he want to say or feel how you want to feel, but I feel like he undermining the struggle. He undermining what the agenda is. The agenda is for us. See, the Black Lives Matter, the agenda was to address some of these injustices, black men being killed by these police and all this other shit. I have to raise my son to be in fear and to, listen, when you run into the police, do not make any sudden moves. Keep your hands in plain sight. Do not make any sudden moves. And when you get a chance, call me. Right? So black men having to deal with this, our kids having to deal with this, to watch our kids and our uncles and our fathers being killed by police. All these injustices that's been going on since before we was born, since the beginning of time. This is what the movement was about, right? So now when you get on TV and you use your platform, and you got a huge platform, and you use your platform to say, oh, we don't want Black Lives Matter to be Black Lives Better. Fucking right. Yes, I don't have a problem with Black Lives being better, but especially after being told that Black Lives wasn't shit all this time.
But that's your opinion. So you basically telling him because he doesn't agree with you.
I'm telling him shut the fuck up. Yes.
I second that.
Yes.
So
I'm second that.
Yes.
First of all,
he's damned if he do, damned if he
no.
don't. Because if he don't say something, y'all gonna be like, oh.
We don't ask who asked him to say anything.
But then if you do,
who asked him?
Who asked?
He point. No, you know how he's on CNN?
Know
why he's on CNN? Because he pointed. He self-appointed himself to be an activist. Who gave him that title?
Did they call him that? I don't think he
he said,
right? You were astronaut.
Obviously, yeah. I'm an astronaut.
And not to mention, he has he was saying something regarding let's not. Something like
stick to acting, bro.
You don't want resentment. You don't want them to be resented. You don't want them. You don't want the.
You don't want them to be resented. He don't want to be looked at just because they're basically. Let's look at it like this. He has a white wife.
Exactly.
No problem with that. I don't have a problem with that.
But that probably stemmed up from their kitchen talk.
It could
put that dumbass idea in his head.
You understand too, because look, you have pro-blacks, right? Who they'll look at it like every white person who wants, just saying, like the white people who want to be a part of Black Lives Matter, who want to support, they look at them funny, right?
Yeah.
You got people.
They're trying to say it's a hidden agenda.
It's a hidden agenda. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't.
I get that part.
Probably has biracial children, right?
Yep.
He has a white wife. He has biracial children. He's on the fence
got
about
some zebras.
This. You know what? I hate
Stop
you.
it.
Stop it right now.
That was bad. Stop it. That was horrible.
What's horrible?
That's horrible.
But regardless, he has biracial children, right? And even with his biracial children, now he has to think about them because they have a white mother.
That okay, but cool. But I don't think that was the issue. That's what the issue is.
I
get what you're saying.
I'm saying so.
And I'm feeling you. No, I'm feeling you. I'm feeling you today.
Okay.
I'm feeling you.
Okay.
I feel you.
Okay.
No, I feel her.
For the first time.
No, I'm feeling you. We good, right? Mm-hmm. But I don't think that what the issue is. Here's the thing. There's an agenda. Mm-hmm. What he's saying, black on black crime, that is an issue for us.
Absolutely.
Right.
That is a problem for us. Mm-hmm. But don't undermine what the goal is over here to deal with this police brutality and all this other shit.
One thing at a time, right, bro.
That's two separate things. Well, we could deal with that. But there's conversations being had that's never been had before, like police reform. Like they're really doing things right now.
No more DTs.
It's shit
can't hop
happening
out on you no more.
Right. It's really shit happening right now. If you've been looking, they repealed 57A in New York. If you understand what 57A, that's the rule that had them basically hiding their infractions. So if a cop had a
whole bunch of shit
disciplinary charging, it could be made public, right? So the cop that killed George Floyd, he had disciplinary actions against him. He shouldn't even been on the street.
Yeah, he caused somebody else death. He shot somebody else.
Right.
Like he just gun ho running around.
In this city, they took away the plainclothes cops because they was the ones jumping out, violating everybody's rights, checking you when they ain't had no business doing that, opening your car, doing all types of shit like that. So it's certain things that's happening right now that wasn't happening before, certain conversations that's happening. So don't undermine the mission with a whole nother conversation just because you don't want to make other people feel uncomfortable. Nigga, we've been uncomfortable since we got here. We ain't never been comfortable. My father been uncomfortable. His father was uncomfortable. Everybody been uncomfortable. We been uncomfortable.
Now you trying to make your wife comfortable. You don't got nothing to do with that, bro.
Oh boy.
Have nothing to do with that. Stick to acting.
You can't say that because they might say stick to rapping, man. You know.
Right.
But I want to do more than that. So what I'm saying is, nothing comes about through just being peaceful and making people comfortable, right? So when you think about the history of this country, like every year they celebrate the 4th of July. We've been celebrating it, popping fireworks off and all that. But for black people and slaves, that has no meaning because this country was a colony of Britain, right? And they said, "Yo, look, man, I don't want to be up under these niggas' boots no more.
Shit.
Yeah, fuck that. Let's change this shit. We being oppressed." And they ran them up out of there, right? Guerrilla warfare. And they brought about change. So not only this country, but anything. You can look at any amount of revolution anywhere. This when it
Was
changed.
it in Haiti?
Right. Haiti, Cuba, wherever, right? You can't say, "Oh, I want to make everybody comfortable. We all one and all this peaceful." No, we not all one because we not even being respected as being human. First, let's get our human rights intact first.
3/5 of a man, something like that?
3/5 of a man.
What the fuck are the rest of us?
Right? So before we start talking about, oh, we need to love each other and everybody need to be, kumbaya and this and that. Like, no, let's get on the same page of we have an agenda. Right, everything needs to be put into its perspective, and I'm not saying we don't have white people a part of what we're doing because we do. Because you've been looking at the movement of Black Lives Matter, and you looked at all these protests. There was a lot of white people out there, Asian people out there on the front lines, doing what they felt was right. And you look at any movement, you always had white allies. And you look at the Panthers, you look at what Huey and them doing. They went in.
Even back to Harriet Tubman, it was white people hiding in the basement of their houses helping that.
Yeah. So it's not a question of just a simple question of a black person and a white person. It's the establishment. It's the government. It's the structure. It's this high police state that we live in. It's this whole thing that we live in and where we've been oppressed since day one. So when you get on TV after you've been cupped and fondled
By a white man.
right? You've been cupped and fondled. So basically, we can't take your advice because you won't even stand up for your own self.
Yeah.
He sued.
But that's
He put
Everybody's not a fighter.
No, he don't gotta be a fighter.
he didn't want to make him uncomfortable.
It's him make him uncomfortable.
Right, so you let a man grab your balls.
No. That's what I'm saying. That's why people like him can't speak for me. You didn't want to get blackballed because that man who followed you was a powerful man. If you knew if you'd broke his jaw, why this shit, you would have been blackballed and you wouldn't be able to be the activist that you are now. So you let that slide and then took it to litigations and sued so you put you being a man
your pride
first,
in your pocket.
Your pride in your back pocket, and a man found you in front of your wife.
Right.
The
So
same dude that's locked up now.
right. So
Howie
Weinstein. Weinstein did that?
I think Weinstein did
sure it was
cuff
like
him.
Weinstein?
I think Weinstein, he was wilding. He cuffed him. Weinstein didn't care. He had that power.
He grabbed him by his ball. Listen.
Astronaut Rick.
So no, Astronaut Rick. No, listen to what I'm saying though. If a man won't stand up for his own manhood and his own self, then how are you able to?
Masses.
How are you right? How you speaking for the masses? How you speaking for everybody? Just because you don't want to make it's a pattern with him. You don't want to make things because you don't want to shake shit up. You don't want to make people uncomfortable.
Because that party had been over, he'd have touched
Right.
my ass. Party done.
You don't want to make people uncomfortable, and that's not the way you should be because you have to stand for something. That's at what point do you stop being an actor and become a man, or at what point do you stand on your own conviction and your pride is is at the forefront because you've been violated. So as many times as we've been getting violated since we've been here, right? Fuck making people uncomfortable. We've been getting violated.
He
since day one.
he wanted to turn the other cheek, and that man cuffed the other cheek.
That's Ricky playing.
Rick is going to call you.
He said, "Yo,
you on a roll today."
He said, "Yo, he didn't want to mess the party up. His wife took 2 hours to get dressed. He didn't want to mess all that up, so he just let it slide."
He said that.
He let it
That's
slide.
what he said.
He let it
like
slide.
that. Let it slide.
He let it slide, and I get it, man.
He
You
told
know,
me.
we got issues, and I started off talking about it. I don't look. I'm from it, right? I come from it, right? I understand the whole black on black issue and all that. Like I felt like we was taught to have all that anger and hate for each other. That's why I try to analyze it and tell you what the root of it is. I ain't making no excuse for it because wrong is wrong. I'm not making no excuse for it, but I'm just merely putting it out there. So when you talk about not making people uncomfortable, or you talk about all the shootings that's going on, understand the root of it, because the same systemic racism that kept us or keep us in the place that we in is the same systemic racism that helped promote the black on black crime. You put us and leave us in these hoods with these drugs and no opportunity and all these guns, and the fact that we hate ourselves because we don't
taught to hate ourselves.
Taught to hate ourselves, and we don't see value in ourselves because the only thing they gave us was the Bible and the pig. Come on,
Scraps.
Man. Come on.
And I'm not trying to make fun or make lightly of people getting molested and touched inappropriately, but he's a grown ass man.
Right.
He's a child. I think that's the worst thing a person can ever do is take somebody's innocence and do that. And my personal opinion, they should get shot in their face.
Whoa.
But he's a grown man. He was big enough, way big enough to stand up for his own.
That's a fact. Okay. That's a fact. So he can't. It's like he give me like the vibes of like.
I see what you. I know.
No. He give me like slave vibes, like Samuel L. Jackson in Django.
Yeah.
Boss,
You gonna let them in the big house, man?
who that nigga on that there? Who that nigga on that there? Like he give me Samuel L. Jackson vibes in Django. That's the type of slave he give me, like a house slave or like a slave.
No,
that's
the trustee, not a house slave, a trustee.
Like a good old trustee that help.
The one to tell on all the, I think they fitting to plan something, master.
Yeah, just because no, y'all know y'all not supposed to do. Y'all know.
Master come around here.
You gonna come around here? We all gonna be in trouble. Don't like that. Yep. Shut the fuck up, Terry. Take your fucking telling ass back in master house.
Yep, exactly.
Right? Like, cause
he never want to stir nothing.
He never want to stir nothing up. Like, what kind of slave do you think you would be?
Who?
Both of you. What kind of slave would you be?
Well, I'll be a dead slave because I won't be with it.
Probably be a house slave.
We know.
Yeah, you got that safe hue.
You got that safe hue.
That safe hue. They're gonna let you in the house. You're safe.
That's how you get in
Now
there.
you gonna infiltrate.
No, that's really master daughter.
Oh yeah, that might be too.
Really master daughter.
Yeah,
that's really master daughter. You really the complexion. Yes, you really master daughter.
Yeah,
he ain't gonna sell you.
Fuck you.
Sad, but
He not gonna sell you.
That's sad. But that's some foul. You came out looking like some foul play.
I came out looking like foul play. Wow, Rick.
Master wife ain't gonna like you at all. She know what's up.
Know what's up. And master always favor you.
Yep.
Come here, Georgie. Now, master, wait, you okay today? You want some extra scraps?
Yep.
I don't get scraps.
No, you get scraps.
You get the better scraps.
Because the wife ain't having that. You gonna get the scraps. You don't get the. You get the, yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what kind of slave I would be. They be done cut my feet off, cut my tongue out, and cut my dick off.
And the reason?
Listen, because I'm gonna be trying to run. I'm gonna be mouthing off, and every time Master ain't looking, I'm gonna be up in his wife, in his room. Maino, Jermaine, now you know Master not gonna like this, and I'm gonna say, Sally Sue, Sally Joe. Now you know Master not here. Now you know you been looking at me when I'm in them fields, and I know that you know that I know that you want me, and I'm fixing to give you this reckoning.
Reckoning.
And when they catch me, y'all gonna be out there talking about it. They gonna be like, do you know they called Maino? They called you Maine again. Yeah, they called him again. He was in Massa. He was in Massa's house. He was in Massa's house with the wife in the big house. And they tried to fight him. They was trying to find him and he was under the bed. You know what they did? They cut his dick off. They cut his dick off. And then you know what they're gonna do with me? They're gonna leave me in the front with no feet, no tongue, and no dick.
They gonna make
right?
an example out of you.
And they're gonna leave me right on the front with a sign on me say, "This is not the nigga you want to be."
This is not the nigga.
This is not the nigga you want to be, man. That's what they're gonna do with me, man.
Yep.
Straight
You gotta
up.
do better.
Yeah. Gotta do better. That's a fact.
That's how you are now.
What?
I'm just saying.
I mean, I want to make my own rules. I want to live. I want to be free. I don't want to live anybody else. I don't want to live anybody else's life. I want to define me. I want to live by my standards.
What are your standards?
Freedom
What kind of freedom?
of the mind. I don't want to just do things. I want to search for my own information. I don't want to be a follower. You know, I don't want to just do things.
Free
just
spirit is what we call them.
free spirited, right? I want to live
Nothing wrong with that.
and move as I see fit. That's a freedom, right?
In the words of Kanye,
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather be a dick than a swallower.
That's a fact because dick riders do not make it to heaven. Amen. Dick riders do not make it to heaven. I said that, man. You said that, and that is in the Bible.
What
I said like that,
chapter?
but
What
Revelations, brother.
chapter?
Yeah, thou shalt not hold other man's dick. Okay? Thou shalt not stand at other man's tables and pick up other man's bottles and you don't even know them niggas. That's in thou shalt not be cool and friendly with every nigga. Okay? Yeah, real nigga Bible. Real nigga handbook. That's a fact. It is what it is.
To be clear, it's not the Holy Bible. It's the real nigga Bible. We don't want, offend any
anybody.
Yeah, you gotta move how you move, man. You gotta move how you move, and you gotta put yourself in situations that are fit for you. Look what happened the other day. Look at 50. He out there throwing chairs at niggas, right? Mm-hmm. So everybody like, why 50 doing that? You think he would have done that for no reason?
He was smart about it though.
Why you say that?
Because he knew not that, like, you could tell he was angry, definitely, but he knew not
Right,
to.
but my whole
they
thing
didn't want no smoke. You could tell he didn't want no smoke. Real
But
nigga,
definitely.
like,
But
you
why
backing up, you come back
is
telling him
niggas
to come
playing?
outside, you didn't want no
But
smoke.
that's why I try to like stay away from. I try to kind of always put myself in a situation that I can control it for the most part, because you never know how niggas is moving. Because nowadays, like, niggas are just do shit just for the clout, just to do it, just to go viral. Like, this is scary, just to go
They'll
viral.
take a head splitting.
Just to
Just
go
go viral.
I know.
They get
Just
their
to
shit.
go
They get their
viral.
shit bust open on
They
camera
do it
just for
clout,
viral.
right?
Huh?
They do
And
everything.
attention.
Everything for clout.
Attention over respect.
Just to go viral,
You will
just-
really disrespect yourself just to go viral. That's crazy to me.
Go back and
for
forth
attention.
for attention, to go viral, to have something to say, and that's what your man did. That's what your man August he did. He knew he was going viral.
Yep.
He knew he was going viral.
Yep. That's your man.
That's my man.
You rock with him.
I just said he was handsome. That's all I said.
The way you said it.
The way I said it. He's
Yeah,
handsome.
that's
Nah,
yeah.
Danny.
Yeah. You with it. I could tell. You with it. You over there in Master Big House. You definitely with it.
Rib shot.
Nah.
No, it's crazy though. But nah, like, I saw that, I was like, wow. Niggas is real. Niggas will really push you. Niggas will really play with you. You know, like, niggas will really, try to draw you out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, I love
You know, and get you to a place where you gotta perform. You know, but so the best thing to do it in that,
Maturity is a hard pill to swallow. I say it all the time.
for who though?
For people in general. Like, when you know you got a lot to lose, that's hard, because you go from, it's like that fine line between, like, growth and respect. Where it's like, do I knock this nigga head off? What happened?
Talking to the mic, baby.
Oh, I'm sorry, you can't hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. do I knock this dude's head off
Right.
for thinking he could play with me like that, or and risk everything that I worked hard for, or do I take the higher route and like walk away from this situation before I get myself in a deeper situation? That's hard.
Right, but that comes with, like, that's what I'm saying. It goes back to the conversation about with the young niggas. It's like, you got an opportunity to change your life. You have an opportunity to change the people's lives around you. Do you choose that path, or do you continue on the path of drilling and all this other shit?
But this is a situation, like the 50 situation, where somebody is literally coming towards you, playing with you. You get what I'm saying? This
Right.
ain't a situation where like it's
That goes
not
back to-
street stuff. This is somebody in your face, like, what's up? Like, what's up? Like, playing. Like, that's a hard pill to swallow when
But
you
that
gotta
goes
be like,
back
hey,
to
man,
let's
like,
go back to controlling your environment. He had no business being there.
right,
He had no business being there around them people.
right. But like I said, even okay, now you didn't control your environment, but now you in a situation.
He did what he
where
had. He did what he
do
supposed
See,
to
I-
that's what I would have been mad. I would have been mad at myself
Yep.
putting yourself in a
for
situation
putting
like
putting
that.
myself in a situation. Not that it was a bad place to be, but
It was a
but
local
when you,
place to be.
Right, it's kind of, well, it's local to like that place. I go every now and then with a few homies because it get a little mixy. And when I know places is mixy, they ain't the places for me to be on a date. That's just me knowing.
Or this alone.
Right. That's me just knowing the type of places I'm moving in. So if I'm not gonna be in a mixy place, just me on a date, because some of these niggas is head cases. They ain't no telling what they gonna say or do, or not even do, but just the shit that talking is enough. Because I got a problem swallowing pills. Yeah, I got a problem with being a bigger person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I
It
play
depends
all.
on what the situation
Yeah, I'm
is for
not
me.
being. I like niggas are talking crazy. I
My
don't wanna be a big
tolerance is
person.
is before it was 0 to a million. Now I think about it because I got, you have children, you think about the things like you could risk and not have anymore. With one little stupid move.
My man
But
Jermaine gonna worry about that.
yeah,
after.
I do.
We're gonna figure that
there's
part out
certain
after.
things Like, there's certain like my respect is really big on me, so I give it before I don't give it. So like, but if I feel like you're blatantly disrespecting me, like to my face, that is an issue for me. That's a hard. I don't
Yeah, I
know.
can't
can't determine.
Yeah, because here's the
what
thing,
can
though.
happen.
Respect is given, right? Mm-hmm. And at the same time, it should be received. Mm-hmm. But under no circumstances are we negotiating for it,
Facts.
right? Like, yo, you need to. No, I'm not trying to get you to see it my way, because if you cross that line, then
It's a problem.
at that point, then now I have to give you 5 different reasons why you should. So, and most of the time, it's like we gotta demonstrate, and then I gotta do God's work.
Make an example, and
I gotta do God's work. I have to. I gotta do.
So you let's not put myself in a situation like that. At
Right.
all,
So
where
I,
it could get
right.
like
So I
that.
try to stay away and stay in my
Right.
lane. I try to stay out of the, like out of sight, because like this is the rap industry, right? So it's like rappers are like one way when they're in the street, and then like become something totally different when they in the rap world. Like they just either like super killers, super drug dealers. They just ultra macho shit. And one thing about me, I always been humble, because who I am in the street and who I was in the street already been spoken for.
I don't need to address
I
that.
don't have to. Yeah, when they
prove
see me, I'm
nothing.
smiling, I'm laughing, I'm joking and shit like that. Like I'm cool, right? So it's like I don't need to try to perform or be extra, this to try to validate image. This ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I'm just merely talking about rappers, entertainment, image, real shit, that shit, and that's that, man.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
I said
All rappers-
bullshit.
Oh, what?
All rappers, I look at it as entertainment. It's entertainment.
It's entertainment.
Like Denzel ain't really killing niggas with hammers and nail
That's
guns
right.
and all
It's
that shit.
entertainment. You're right.
He's selling a fantasy.
Form of acting.
He's selling and listen, I ain't active. I'm in my home making
I
a fucking
said
podcast.
acting. It's
I said I'm unactive in the street. I'm unactive. Hey, listen, shout out to Petey, man. It's his birthday. It was his birthday week. Shout out to Petey. He was out there in Atlanta. He was in Atlanta celebrating, pouring Hennessy on his nipples.
Yep.
Throwing gang signs.
You
know what I mean? Throwing it up. You know?
That's the boy C-Day.
You know? Yeah, definitely. So
busted Snickers on his chest, letting him melt down for genitals. He was out. He was out of pocket. He driving his own boat.
Yeah, word. He was bugging.
He was out of.
Oh, it's a nigga birthday, real nigga birthday. Pouring like Hennessy just falling out his chest. Yeah. He out of pocket, man.
I ain't see no woman doing body shots off that shit.
Hey, listen, you know what it is. It's Kitchen Talk, where we have the talk that you only talk about in your kitchen, man. Real talk. We ain't telling no lies. We talking all nonfiction.
Shout out to the ops on the set.
Shout out to the ops on the set. Wow, we got ops on the set.
Ops on the set.
I'm glad the ops is here, man. I love the ops, man. For real. That's family.
Name? Like,
nah,
that's it. That's it. Wow. But I love the ops, though. I love the ops. But we about to eat. We about to, enjoy ourselves and do what we do, man. You know what it is. I'm gonna leave you with this, man. Keep fighting for your dreams. Keep pushing. Never quit. Never give up. Even when you feel like it's times that you don't want to go through with it, you gotta steady that course. Stay on that journey. Keep pushing. Keep striving. Keep winning, man.
Dead bitches, blue faces. Yeah, bottles popping by the cases. I put them racks in the middle. I'm pulling up in the spaceship. Yeah, I don't tolerate the fake shit. The fake shit. Oh.
I don't know if you was planning on trying to surprise me or anything. I don't like surprises. But if you plan on doing something now, I'm gonna act surprised. Hey! The hell you doing now here, Fred? What the? No! The hell you doing out here, Fred? How did you get out here? Fred, if you're real, you better tell me right now. Fred, if you're real, you better tell me right now.